Photography is something that I really enjoyed. I think it was a lot of fun to capture like people's emotions, and also Italy was just so beautiful that it was so easy. Like it was just so easy to find things to photograph. Like we were walking through these like incredible museums. Of course, I'm gonna want to photograph everything, like especially in the Vatican. I had Lincoln's camera in the Vatican and it was insane. So that is definitely something that I would consider pursuing in the future, photography. But photography is like a really expensive hobby, so it's definitely something I would want to try a little more and like figure out to see if it's something that I really love before I like invest in a camera. So nice to have Lincoln and Amos around because they were both super helpful for telling me, like helping me out with their cameras and like what settings to use and like how to focus and what to focus on and all that. But also is like they both had great cameras, and so it was really nice to be able to borrow them.
This is Amos Nuno.
Stalin
We're coming at you live from the climbing gym, where we'll be teaching Kyle and Kelly how to climb today.
And Cause is here too.
Cause is here too. And Kelly.
Rock climbing was also so much fun. It's so difficult. I feel like it's one of those things that like looks a lot easier than it is, especially like some of the courses were so hard and you have to be so strong. But this is like definitely something that I'm going to pursue in the future because a lot of colleges have climbing clubs. So like that's definitely something I would look to join. And it's also just super fun to go with people. Like it's definitely something I really loved learning because it's like it's kind of just like you do it. I prefer to learn by doing, and so it's like rock climbing isn't one of those things where it's like you have to watch and like someone has to really teach you. Well, since we were bouldering, I mean obviously belaying is different because you have to like know how to belay someone so that you don't drop them, but yeah, that was honestly one of my favorite things to learn. Today I'm learning how to golf. I'm gonna drink some oil.
Dude, put the oil away.
Oh yeah, but then you get it that way.
And that's why I missed, because I've been getting it so much in practice that I just couldn't make it now. Sewing and quilting was another thing that I really enjoyed, especially because it's like my mom already had a sewing machine, so it wasn't that difficult for me to pick up. And it's like it's kind of something that's like there's both like a lot of YouTube videos on and like a lot of people do it. So it's like it's not too niche that it's hard to find someone who can like give you pointers or help you out. I think it's really good. I think it's also like I think it's both fun and useful, which a lot of things that I learned were not like necessarily useful, but I think this one really is. For every single thing, I'm actually gonna have so much footage to go through at the end, so I need to stay on top of that. This is a reminder, Fallon, stay on top of that. I did not stay on top of that. Embroidery was one of those things that took a lot longer than I thought it would have. Like a lot longer. I ended up like not getting far at all. What I learned about embroidery was that it's a lot more tedious than you might think. It's something I would definitely like dabble in. This is the matcha lemonade, so I'm gonna be sending you a review. Good. Learning more I was going to college, like you all just saw a food review, but I actually spent 2 days doing that over the course of senior projects. Like from the time that I like submitted my applications, my first application, to the time that I like actually found out where I was going to college, it was probably 7 months. So That one took a little more than 5 hours. That was just like a fun little thing to throw in. But if for anyone who's like, oh, for all you rising seniors out there, good luck. And also like, if you get put on wait lists, it's okay. It happens.
Actually, that's fine. I'm serving to that box.
Yeah. You like my rocket barista?
One side, get on one side. Okay.
Hey, okay. Okay.
That was good.
Tennis for me was, I mean, I had played like a little bit before when I was little. I did some tennis lessons, but beyond that, like, I was never very good. For me, I think serving's probably the hardest part, because I feel like I can kind of, well, backhands are also a struggle, but I can kind of hold my own when it comes to like hitting it, because I can like run. But then serves are a struggle because it takes like a good amount of skill. Tennis, I think I would definitely pursue in the future. Hello. Hi. A little bit higher. Okay, so I just learned how to play squash with Khadija at Portland Community Squash, and it was so much fun, and it's so hard, but it's also so much fun.
Yeah, Fallon did a great job.
Thank you, Khadija. Khadija is so good. And also, serving is really hard, so I'm gonna work on serving for the next time, because there will definitely be a next time, because this was so much fun. Coincidentally, for squash, I struggled with serving too, even though it's very different, because for tennis, you have the overhand serve. For squash, when you serve it, you like, it's like an underhand serve. Kind of like tennis, but it's very different. So they're very different, which I definitely discovered. So today for my senior project, I am going to be learning about like how to become financially literate, because I never took a personal finance class at Waynefleet, and I feel like I should have. So I'm gonna be learning about like Roth IRAs and like taxes. I don't really know. I'm just gonna like try to learn things and like try to get myself set up for college so that I'm not like screwed over in a couple of years because I'm behind, you know? So that's today. Financial literacy, guys. So I didn't show that much in the video of like me actually doing anything because it was really boring. Original spreadsheet. This one we worked on in engineering class, just kind of through the hand of spreadsheets, but I kind of like figured out, oh, like what would my annual salary be coming out of school as like an engineer? What would the starting salary be? How could I contribute to my Roth IRA, my HSA, and my 401k plan to make sure that I'm set up for retirement, and also like that I have some more financial freedom later on in life, so that way if I, for example, wanted to quit my job as an engineer and go back to school, or if I wanted to, for example, quit my job as an engineer and like become a teacher, I would still be able to do that while having like sufficient funds for my retirement, while being able to pay for my children's college. I haven't gotten that deep in, but like hopefully like I'd be able to pay for retirement. I'd have some money saved up. I'd be able to pay for my children's college without like being in debt. This spreadsheet that maps out my Roth IRA. Yeah, so I would hopefully be comfortable by retirement, and like the goal is to start learning now, to start planning now, so that by the time I reach retirement, or like by the time I'm like 22 getting out of college and being like, oh shoot, I need a job, I need to make money, I need to, like, I'm not so behind. And also, the key with Roth IRAs is to start as early as possible, because it compounds yearly. And so if you have like 4 more years, like that's significant. You can plan all you want. Like you can have the most meticulous, perfect plans, and it's like things are still not going to go the way you expect them to. So you always have to like adapt, work on your feet, and honestly, like this is a concept that I'm still learning, and like I've been learning the whole year, and it's still difficult, and it's still like something that I'm trying to figure out. But like I mean that is why I'm going to college. But so this was honestly kind of just another engineering project for me. Taking something apart, seeing where's it broken, what needs to be fixed, what works, what doesn't, getting new parts to fix things. On the Cadi machine that you saw me fixing, it had a blown fuse. This is not the most sciencey thing, but I think that since like the wires by the end were like super damaged and super frayed, I ended up like, I think it was only coming through like one wire, like because there were two attached. I think it was only coming through one. I'm not sure, not entirely sure, but I think that ended up messing up the current, which fried the fuse. Either that or the fuse is also just like the machine's really old. So like I think I read that like having an old fuse, like they can just break sometimes. So it's either that or like the wiring, because it was super damaged, it messed up the current and then the fuse. So I replaced the fuse and I like soldered the wire back together, repaired it a little bit, and yeah, I originally thought it was just gonna be a fix of the wire, but of course that was not it. Part 2 was the project proposal, and I think this is the part that like a lot of people don't understand, like when they're first getting into engineering. They're like, ooh, fun, build stuff, which is like, I mean, yeah, like I feel like that's why people become engineers in the first place. But then they get there and they're like, oh shoot, like there's a lot of non like build stuff kind of things that go into it, and so like a lot of it is making presentations, making plans. This is 16 pages of a project proposal with meticulous plans and directions for assembly, budget, materials. It describes the team, describes all the issues. Like it's a lot. That was part of what I spent my time doing, and the other part was the actual fixing. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's like a skill that needs to be practiced. Katrina had taught me how to braid hair last year at Science Olympiad in Michigan, but it was not very good. So I'm gonna put a before picture and then I'm gonna put an after picture. Today I am learning how to make prints with Michael Kirby Douglas.
Just watch me do it, don't use that one. So, firstly we're going to carve around the shape. We're just going to get rid of all of this is called linoleum. Like a vinyl, please. And we're going to carve around this because we want to create the shape of the tile, and that's what we're going to like, quote unquote, print first. Not even quote unquote, that is what we're going to print first. And we're going to do two that, or it's technically three values. For the outside you can use this, but just trace the lines very carefully and don't push too hard. Do you see how I'm doing it? Because if you push too hard, you'll like dig it out, and you don't want to do that. You're not digging in it. That one will eventually get a little shape like this, but we've got this square cut out like that. We are making registrations now. Jonah, say hi.
Sarah, who am I saying hi to?
My senior project.
Why am I saying hi in your senior project?
I don't know.
God, that you're weird.
You're gonna be in it.
Ah, saying that you're weird?
Yeah.
She's already been recruited.
Printmaking was a lot of fun. Doing things with people made them so much better. Like Kirby was quite patient with me, so I appreciate that. If you're trying to learn something and you have a friend who knows how to do that thing, definitely ask them to teach you.
Totally doing this in college.
Yeah. Oh. Rugby was like super chill. I feel like I could totally do rugby, but I'm not going to, just because I prefer other sports, and like, I don't know, at a certain point in your life you have to just accept that you can't do everything, and so rugby is gonna be one of those things that I just say, well, it was fun, but I can't do everything. like tried a few things. It's just like, I don't know. It takes, I feel like a little bit more balance than I have, but it's definitely like something that I totally would do and will maybe keep doing. I don't know.
Really slow back, really slow. This is the hardest part too, by the way. Really slow back down. Okay. Now start cutting hard. Go the other way. Start cutting hard. Okay. Now neutral. And let the boat swing around like that. Okay. And now forward. Really soft, really gently forward. Forward. There you go. Okay. And see now, you see the boat. It's like it's not responsive like a car. You know, because it's heavy and you don't have that time.
I think what my main takeaway from this whole experience has been is that it's okay to be bad at things and it's good to be bad at things. And I think that it's the act of trying something new is fun as long as you can like put aside the fact that you're not gonna be good at it instantly. And I think that was really good for me.